In today's episode of Willful, we spoke with Sheryl Gordon, a technical trainer, philanthropist, and author of the book, A Rewording Life. Sheryl co-wrote her book with 1,000 other Canadian contributors who, like her, find meaning and validation in the world through words. How did that experience change your appreciation of the English language, having to teach it?
That's a great question. So oftentimes a lot of my students would ask me, a lot of questions about grammar, and because I had studied French, I went to a French elementary and junior high, and then I switched to an English high school. I never really had a formal English background myself, so oftentimes, they would ask me rudimentary questions, and I was kind of oblivious to the answer, and this was before the internet, so I couldn't simply Google. So many times I felt very ignorant of the language that I was teaching.
Did it, because you were teaching a bunch of students that didn't have, their language wasn't in any way connected to the Romance or Germanic languages like English and French. Did that sort of give you a greater determination to share meaning with them, to share the meaning of words?
Yes, but I think it was at that time where the idea of my book, I think that's the first time that I really thought about my use of words, because oftentimes, you'd ask students how they're doing, and their response was always very robotic, and they would just say, "I'm fine, thank you, and you?" And even though you knew they had a horrible day, or a wonderful day, or fabulous day, it was always the canned response, "I'm fine, thank you, and you?"
Yeah.
And that's when I was trying to expose them to different vocabulary, and even try to improve my vocabulary as well at the same time, because I'd be like, it's driving me crazy that you're always saying "I'm fine, thank you, and you," but then I'd look at myself and be like, well, Sheryl, you say cool a lot, or fun a lot, or awesome a lot. So I think that's where the idea first kind of was planted or rooted in my mind, was like, hey, there's a problem with myself as well, because I think oftentimes when you notice weaknesses in other people, it makes you it draws out an emotion of sorts, and you have to question why that is. And for me, it was maybe looking in the mirror type of thing, and I realized well, I'm just as guilty of it, and English is my native tongue, so maybe instead of studying all of these other languages, maybe I could work to improve, the language that I speak every day.
Yeah. In 2003, your mom started to show signs of dementia, and you very eloquently in your book described that period as tangled terms and tangled times. And I'm wondering if this experience with your mother planted the seed in part for your book, A Rewording Life.